For the seventh consecutive time, they've won the group comfortably by 6 points. Poland beaten at home by Hungary. Doesn't matter. Poland, the runners-up and into the playoffs anyway, still playing there. Albania beat Andorra by a goal to nil. The big news from around Europe. Well, a couple of big bits of news for you. Scotland, congratulations to them. They will be seeded after beating Denmark by 2-0 this evening. But look at that at the top. Italy held in Belfast. And that means with Switzerland hammering Bulgaria 4-0, that the European champions have paid the price for Jorginho's penalty miss last weekend against Switzerland, and they're in the playoffs, Italy. Wow.
Huge moment. Huge moment. The penalty miss, he's obviously generally pretty decent at penalty, but he's missed a couple of big ones now. And going to Northern Ireland tonight it would have been difficult. Northern Ireland, a lot of energy, no doubt. But that's a big shock.
Yep, Jorginho actually missed a penalty in both games against Switzerland. We saw Switzerland playing in the Euros, and they beat France on penalties, and we know they're a good team, a durable team, a skillful team.
Yeah, they got a lot going from defensively, midfield, and up front. They're quite sharp, but that's a massive shock for me with Italy coming off being Euro champs and that to go to Northern Ireland and not be able to get something. I'm shocked.
No shock, though, in San Marino. England win 10-0. Harry Kane gets 4 of them. Here he is with Gabriel Clark.
Harry, more personal milestones, but first, the big picture achievement, qualification for the World Cup, 8 wins, 2 draws, sum it up.
Yeah, fantastic. Obviously, it come to the last game, we was expected to win tonight, but we've done a great job. And as you've seen in the other groups, it's not easy to qualify. Whenever we win the games, people kind of write off the opposition, but it's a tough battle. So to go through is a fantastic feeling.
You've gone level tonight, 48 goals with Gary Lineker, third on the all-time list, and you've done it 7 games quicker. Listen, I know you rattle up the achievements, but where does that one rank?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic again, obviously. Every time I wear an England shirt, I'm proud, and whenever I can score goals, it's one of the greatest feelings I can have in my career. So, nice to be amongst those people, and hopefully we can keep them coming.
Has Emil Smith-Rowe got what it takes to build an England career?
Well, look, he's had a fantastic season so far. Great for him to play and get the goal today. He's got all the quality's there for sure. So he just needs to keep working hard, keep his head down, and I'm sure he'll have a great future.
Now, 8 games in 2022 now before the World Cup. What needs to be fine-tuned most of all to get England that next step, final step?
Yeah, we still need to keep working. Obviously, I feel like we've been improving year on year, obviously after the World Cup and in the Euros. So just making the most of the time. You know, we haven't got a lot of time before the next one. So just using every training session, every match that we can to, like you said, just fine-tune the little pieces. And hopefully the mentality has been building over those years, and we can take that into the World Cup now.
Thanks for joining us, Harry.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's pick out some of the 10 then. Emil Smith-Rowe, really probably in terms of a team goal and the way it was finished, it's the pick of the punch, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a beautiful ball from Ben Chilwell. Touch from Saka, and it's the late run. Obviously, the defender's not stayed with Emil Smith-Rowe. Great touch from Tammy, and he's been doing that for Arsenal this season. And like I said, he's getting himself in a position where he can attack the box, get in the box, and score more goals, because Arsenal need it. It's great stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, very, very good. Excellent goal. And what he's done there, getting football intelligence, not getting there too early, just biding his time, OK. There's nobody marking him, he's running off the back of midfielders, but just the timing, just little details, get the timing right.
Proper midfielder's goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold, it looked at one stage as if he was almost trying too hard, wasn't he, to have an impact, and we wondered if he was going to come off, and then suddenly a late flourish of assists, which will do his confidence the world.
Yeah, not a bad night from considering, you know, he's got, 3 or 4 assists tonight. And again, the first half, and sometimes players do try too hard. We've seen that with 1 or 2 of the younger players, but he got back to what he's good at, putting in the right areas, delivery, fantastic.
And this one, Tammy Abraham needed this, didn't he? Because he'd missed a good chance earlier.
That's really good. That's top quality stuff. You know, Trent's ball into him was super, but that touch was beautiful. There's nothing lucky about that. He knew exactly what he was doing, and that's the kind of stuff you're probably learning in Italy. Keeping it tight. That's just a clever ball into the danger area from Trent. He's not even looking. You know that you put the ball in that kind of area and someone should be attacking it. It's just a great ball.
Yeah, he talks about Beckham, and Beckham, yes, you just put into an area. It's not about picking people out. Just put into the right area, and you know players are going to be attacking it.
I think we're known in Britain and Ireland for being polite. pretty much the worst team you've ever seen, aren't they? Let's be really, really honest.
You know, I just feel sorry for them. They shouldn't be on the same pitch as England. They're just well short physically, every aspect of the game. I just felt sorry for him.
Yeah, it's hard to wonder what San Marino get out of this, isn't it, as much as anything?
Yes, it is, because, like, what did they do in getting themselves going? They lost every single game. I can't understand what the team talk will be. And
what can the manager say to them before the game? Like, come on, lads, we can do it. When don't seem right.
It don't seem right that as much as people say everybody should have a fair chance, that's not a fair chance. They're not capable of playing at this level. They should be playing at a lower level to try and build up. But for them to be on the world stage getting beaten like that, it's embarrassing for him. I feel for him.
I'm sure they're proud to play for their country, but nobody wants to lose and get hammered most games they've played. It must be soul-destroying.
One win in 186 internationals and the lowest-ranked team in the world says it all. As you say, what on earth are you supposed to feel as a player in the dressing room beforehand?
No, again, listen, I'm sure they're very proud. Yeah. But to get beaten so easily on most occasions they play for their country, that must be heartbreaking for them.
Anything you could read into Conor Gallagher? Looked as busy and as bright as he does in a Crystal Palace shirt?
Well, what I've seen with Conor Gallagher is I watched him play in the under-21s the other day. He looked streets ahead of that. You know what I mean? It was good to see him playing in this game. Obviously, this isn't a big test for him, but what you saw him do was everything right. Didn't come on and take the mick or anything. He came on, done everything right. That's the kind of player he is, and that's what you want to see. You want to see players of that calibre getting towards the full international squad instead of playing them in the under-21s. I'd say the same with Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's broken into the Chelsea side, as tough as it is. He's had a career-threatening injury. Why would you want to play in the under-21s? That don't get you into the first team. Playing for your club and doing well like Conor is, like Callum should, what gets you in there. And it's good to see people like Conor get in there. Hopefully he can continue.
He'd be disappointed with the chance he missed.
Yeah,
He's in two minds because what he's improved on, of course, this year at Palace, he's got, 3 or 4 goals?
Yeah.
And that was a great chance for him.
Brilliant.
I mean, on another night, we were giving the referee a really hard time for 2 extremely harshly disallowed goals, weren't they? They really were. The Bellingham goal and the header from Abraham.
The referee wasn't great tonight. Just a couple of dodgy decisions, but hey, we'll let him off with it.
I think we'll take it.
I think...
Gareth, how do you sum up qualifying first? Qatar 2022, England are there. Other highly ranked nations haven't found it so easy, so where'd you place this?
Well, the qualification was earned away in Budapest, away in Warsaw, away in Albania, and I've got to credit all of our players and staff on a really good year. They've the mentality, even a game like tonight, we can't do anything about the level of the opposition, but the mentality, the way they played, the way they applied themselves was terrific.
Harry Kane, level with Gary Lineker tonight, 3rd on the all-time list. You know Gary very well. Where do you place that achievement? 7 games quicker. He's done it as well.
Yeah, well, if we'd left him another half an hour, he might have got it. I said to him, we'd have had Wayne Rooney's family on the phone telling us to get him off. But no, I mean, he's a phenomenal goal scorer, and he's obviously not had the opportunity in some of those games where there have been a lot of goals available. We wanted to give him that chance tonight, and he took it really well.
Emile Smith-Rowe, a goal on his first start. Has he entered the equation for Qatar 2022? Because that's what it's all about now, and who you're going to pick and how you're going to do it.
Well, I thought Emile all week with us has really given a good account of himself. You saw his quality, his tight control is excellent. He's inventive in his play, so he's got to continue what he's doing. I mean, we finished with a very young side and a lot of promise for the future, as you can see.
Was tonight a good night for Trent Alexander-Arnold? We spoke about him before this game, but playing and being involved and assisting in goals.
Yeah, I think for him to have an enjoyable England night was important, and he's shown some fabulous quality for a couple of the assists. So I'm really pleased for him that he'll go back feeling a big part of what's happened.
You've got so many options coming through, but is the foundation of your squad going to be the squad in the summer, essentially? How many places do you think realistically, considering that squad is relatively young and has a lot of potential for growth, realistically are there open?
Yeah, I haven't really thought that far ahead. I think now is a good period to reflect on. We've had 19 matches this season. It's a lot in international terms and so much to take in. But this is a good opportunity for us now to look at the last few months, look at some of the younger players and where we might take them and what experiences they might need over the next 6-7 months before a World Cup.
8 matches till the World Cup starts. No England game now till March. You should say probably almost the best year since 1966 for England. Not quite, but a pretty good year nonetheless.
Yeah, listen, we've you've got to be happy with the qualifying group we've got. You know, you'd have to say we would have probably come out of it, whatever, even if we had our worst year. But at the same time, we've come out of it very impressively. A lot of young players coming through. A lot of positivity for Gareth to build on. So you can't complain. You can't argue with it. I think it's great. Just can't wait for us to get to a stage where we're playing some really top-end calibre teams so as we can exactly see where we are.
And I think after the March friendlies, that will happen next summer with the Nations League. They will be of that level, which Gareth Southgate will probably welcome as a sharpener up for the World Cup.
Yeah, of course. But to be fair to Gary, he just said he just wants... It looked like he just wants a bit of a break. It's been a hectic time. A lot of pressure on England playing a lot of the games at home in the Euros. But he'll just reflect now. Gareth deserved 1 or 2 months off, recharge the batteries, reflect on where they are, and hope the players go back and obviously continue to work hard, do well at club level, a little bit of luck, no injuries. And before you know, you're back into the games, as you said, March, and then the summer, the important games. But all that will take care of himself. I think he deserves a little bit of a break, Gareth.
Is it a realistic conversation that England have got this far now, that having reached a World Cup semi-final and a European Championship final, that we can genuinely have a conversation about England's ability to go the final step?
Yeah, it has to be. I think with the players, obviously the potential, a lot can change over the next few months. But yeah, at this moment in time, England have got to look at going to the World Cup, believing they can compete. They've done well over the last few years, semi-final, final. But I think it'll be really tough in November, the World Cup. I think obviously the team's coming into it, but that's where these players have got to keep working hard and try and fulfil the potential in the squad.
The competition for places to get in the squad will ensure that is a very decent squad going to Qatar this time next year.
Well, you know, at the start of this programme, we was talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold and Reece James, just them two alone. But like the competition, left-back spots, you know, midfield. You know, obviously up front you want more. But at the same time, I think we're in a good place.